sunshine, spring is in the air, but more importantly that I'm getting hungry and I know there's really good pizza inside. We're at Joe's Italian Villa and let's go check it out. Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel. You're watching PHTV4. This is Meet the Merchant, and we are at Joe's Italian Villa. Yes, that is a deep dish pizza sitting in front of us, and it looks delicious. I want to dig into it, but before we do that, on my left here we have Melissa Martin, who co-owns Joe's Italian Villa, relatively new. So we're going to find out about Joe's Italian Villa, when Melissa bought it. And first, I want to ask Melissa, how long have you had the restaurant? Because you bought it recently, yes, and I think you co-own it. Is that right?
So February 17th was our official closing and taking over day. So we've been here just 7 weeks or so. And yes, I own it with my husband. He's here mainly day to day. I pop in and out, more of the puppet master behind the scenes, if you will.
Okay. Well, congratulations and welcome. Can you talk, how did you decide to purchase this restaurant? Had you been in it before? And I do want to talk, because Joe's Italian Villa has been around for a while.
Right? Yes. So Al, my husband, has been coming to Joe's since they were in Bridgeview on 87th Street, along with my entire family. So I have strict orders not to change anything. They've been doing it right since 1947, and who am I to change that? So we are keeping everything the same recipes. I purchased all of it, lock, stock, and barrel. Team's all the same, so yeah.
Okay, I was going to say that, so I know it was in Bridgeview. Before that, it was in Chicago. Correct. That goes back to the 47 part. And I want to ask about that. So when you bought the restaurant, because I know Joe's, somebody who went and ate at Joe's Italian Villa in Chicago 60 years ago, or in Bridgeview less long ago, you know, their own crust recipe, sauce, sausage, all that stuff. Are they going to get the same thing now when they come in?
Yep. My great aunt Pauline can attest to that. She has visited the 63rd Street. It was her very first pizza ever. So she was just here last week, and she said it's the same. So she's the golden rule. You don't break it. If Aunt Pauline says it's right, you know.
So all right, we'll go with Aunt Pauline. But that gets to that point. If people liked the pizza 20 years ago, to know that they can still get it, that's an important part of the deal. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I guess we're halfway there then, because we're talking about the food, which is, and I've had your thin crust. I've never had your deep dish. So, but you don't serve just pizza. You have a lot of other things on the menu too. Can you talk about what else is on it, and are those part of the original same recipes?
So we do pastas. We make our own meat sauce. We make our own marinara sauce and our own Alfredo sauce. The pizza sauce is homemade. The Italian sausage is homemade. We also make homemade Italian sausage links. We do our Italian beef from scratch. Rini is one of our famous soup makers, so they're all from scratch soups every day of the week. Our most famous would be the Tuesday soup, and that's our chicken dumpling. People come and order quarts at a time of it. So, no, it's great, and I'd like to get back even to more scratch things and see what else we can do, maybe with, you know, cheese sticks from scratch and things like that, our own chicken parmesan and things like that. But yeah, we have a very extensive menu. It's not just pizza, although that's what we are known for.
Boy, I'm getting hungry again. And yes, it happens to be Tuesday, and I will be trying the chicken dumplings later. But yeah, so it is a big menu. It isn't just pizza. You've got the pastas, you've got some entrees. You also have burgers and a variety of sandwiches too, right?
Yeah, we do burgers. We have a chicken sandwich. We do a chicken parmesan sandwich, meatball, the combo sandwich with the beef and the sausage. So yeah, we got a very extensive menu.
Everybody's going to find something here, right? And as you even mentioned earlier, some of the appetizers, you carry a full range of appetizers, soups and salads. We talked about the soups already, right? Am I?
Nope, you are correct. We have buffalo wings. We have regular traditional wings. We have zucchini sticks, cheese sticks, you know, jalapeno poppers, toasted raviolis, the usual staples, you know, for a pizza place.
You're going to hit everybody's interest level there. Something for everybody. All right. So we hit all those parts. I got through the meal. Let's pretend I have a little more room for something else. Do you carry any desserts?
I do. Yes, we do a cannoli, and then we also have a cheesecake. And I'm looking into maybe a tiramisu, because I do enjoy tiramisu.
You don't make your own cheesecakes, do you?
We don't personally. They're made for us by a lady named Wendy.
Oh, okay. What about your cannoli? Where is that coming from?
Well, we do the shell and the filling are pre-made.
Oh, they're yours. All right. Oh, I love a house-made, homemade. And we have to give a shout out because you also have a famous soup maker too, right? Who's your soup maker?
Rini has been with us. I think she just told us 48 years she's been with Joe's. So she does all our soups for us, and she's also our front of house server. So
So when you get a soup here, you are getting a homemade soup, and you're talking about somebody who's been with Joe's Italianville 48 years. So this is a homemade recipe. This is like from, my mom to my grandma. Rini's not that old. She probably started where she was 8 years old.
Started when she was 5. Right.
Well, all the more reason to check out the soup. So we made it through. We got to dessert, but you also, if people wanted to get Joe's Italian Villa, like they're doing a party or a special event, you do the catering part too.
We sure do. We do have a catering menu. Everything's a la carte. Makes it pretty easy. You want pans of lasagna, mustacholi, that kind of stuff. I did forget to mention our lasagna is also homemade too. So we do lots of catering. We do parties mainly on Sundays is the best day for a party because we open at 2:00. So the whole space you can have it on a Sunday afternoon. It's wonderful.
All right, so both options are out there for. Okay, great. I want to ask. One is if you have any special things coming up. You're new into the business, and I know that I'm sure you have your drive to take it to what you want to do with it, whether branching out or offering new items. And I do want to give you a chance to talk about. What you like about doing it, because you're new into it, but you've been in the food industry for a while. So if you could talk about that, what's up in the future of Joe's Italian Villa, and then for you specifically, what do you like about running a restaurant?
I love the industry. I've been in it for my entire life. I run a restaurant downtown for Rick Bayless now, and been there for 6 years inside Willis Tower. For Joe's in the future, we've talked about maybe a Joe's Express where it's only pizzas and it's just a small little footprint, so it's just takeout only, but no seating or anything like that. But yeah, for the future, we do have a car show on July coming up. That's the nearest future. That's a real big deal here. They pretty much shut down the street and everything, so it's quite the endeavor. I'm excited to be part of that this year. So getting the logistics ready for that one is going to be fun. As far as menus and stuff like that, we're not looking to change anything. It's one of the reasons that we wanted Joe's was because of all the recipes that were from scratch and made in-house. So if anything, we'd like to try experiment with other from scratch things. But I think that's on down the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, when you have a good product, obviously people like it. It's been around since 1947. Gosh, you're coming up on a couple of years, 80 years, or 70. That is crazy. That is incredible. So keep the recipe.
Yeah, and most of the same team too, which is great too. I kind of inherited a great team that has been around with Joe's for years and years and years, so that helps the transition be very easy because they're great. So I rely on them. I ask them lots of questions, and I don't pretend I know everything. I don't. They've made the great wheel, and I just want to carry it on.
Well, good luck with it. It sounds like you've got the model for success. You've got a great product, and you got great staff. So, welcome, sort of again, right?
You're right.
Thank you for keeping Joe's Italian Villa here. I hope you have the restaurant and enjoy it for a long time coming. Are you ready to try some pizza?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. It has been. All right, Melissa, I'm ready to take a big bite here. Maybe before I do, this is so if I went to Joe's Italian Villa in 1947, I'm getting the same deal here. What can you talk to me about the recipe? Own crust, cheese, a whole bit?
Yeah, so our deep dish is a yeast crust, so it's different than our thin crust. So our deep dish and stuffed has the yeast in the crust. It's our own cheese blend. We use 2 different mozzarellas and a provolone. I won't disclose how much of what. And then our own pizza sauce too. So it's 100% in-house made.
All right. You're not getting this pizza anywhere else.
Nowhere else.
All
Nowhere
right.
else.
You
That's
ready
it.
to give it a try?
We're ready.
All right, let's do this. You didn't use a fork.
I did not.
You can eat it with a fork or without a fork.
Or without.
But it still tasted amazing. All right. I like your thin crust. I think I like this even better.
Yeah, it's got a little depth to it with the yeast in there. Yep.
And I think I'm going to have to Of course, I'm creating an excuse to come back. I'll have to come back and try your. You have a stuffed pizza as well,
Sure do. Yep.
and obviously some food items on the
Yep, the
regular
beef
items of the
and
menu.
the sausage and everything. Yeah, you'll have to come back.
Well, Melissa, this is delicious. I want to do another piece. Maybe before I do that, I'll say goodbye and thank you.
Awesome. Dave,
Melissa,
it's a
good
pleasure.
luck. We're
Yeah.
glad you're here, and wish you the best. Take care.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Worsley. You've been watching PHTV4 Meet the Merchant. We've been talking with Melissa Martin, one of the co-owners of Joe's Italian Villa in Palos Heights, Illinois. Thank you for watching.